Welcome to Release the Results. It's the Course in Miracles Letting Go series, where we bring together the ideas of the Course in Miracles, which in themselves are releasing a whole lot of false programs and belief systems, with the letting go technique to allow the energy behind all those belief systems and programs to also dissipate and go. It's a real powerful combo as we put these together. And today, lesson 94, I am as God created me. You are as God created you. Oh, and this is the one we're going to be checking in with. You are his son eternally. I am his son eternally. I can't tell you the amount of resistance and struggle that is for me. And then a woman who's listening to this, I am his son eternally. Notice the resistance to this idea, the creation of separation, the wanting to be separate, because that is the illusion that there is any separation. It's the only problem, according to this textbook, is the belief in separation from God and others and all that is as one. So we'll check in with that resistance to being God's son and let that go. We'll also allow ourselves to be as God created us and allow ourselves to be the Son of God. So enjoy this release and let's get started. I am as God created me. Complete salvation in one simple statement. I am as God created me. Here is sanity restored. I am as God created me. And I am his son eternally. Glorious, lighted, strong. Eternally, I am God's son. And can you notice? Maybe you can allow that idea, and that's fantastic. So, is there any resistance, objection, or denial of that idea, that truth about you? Is it not true? Does it seem that way? You are God's son, just as God created you. And could you notice any resistance or any allowance, whatever is there for you? And could you let that come up more, expand it, unstick it? Any resistance or allowance of being God's son eternally, just as God created you. And you never have to. Could you let go of any resistance to being God's son eternally? Or release any attachment to the positive feeling of being as God created you. There's no shortage. You can let it flow. You never have to. I am as God created me. I am his son eternally. I am strong. I am light. I am powerful. I am sinless. That's you. That's what you are. And could you notice any resistance or refusal of that idea? Or perhaps just allow it. Let it be there. Let it flow. Either way, could you allow what's coming up for you, what you're noticing, feeling, and just let the thoughts drift by without following them? Focus on the feeling as best you can. Could you? And is there more of that feeling? Could you open it up? Let it be felt. And could you surrender any resistance to being as God created you, His Son, eternally? Any resistance at all? Could you just surrender that, give that up, and be what you are? Strong, lighted, glorious. Would you release any attachment to refusing this or accepting this? Just letting the truth that you are fine. When could you surrender to your truth? And I am as God created me. I am His Son eternally. You are as God created you. You are His Son eternally. Your true self that knows no fear, could conceive of no loss, suffering, and death does not exist to you. Your true self walking in the world completely certain. Could you reach the Son of God in you? Or if you struggle to do that, could you notice any resistance, refusal, or objection? Whatever that feels like. And could you be aware of and letting go of whatever it feels like that could keep you from reaching the Son of God in you? Could you simply feel that feeling? Bring that darkness to light. And could you release whatever resistance or block there is to reaching the Son of God in you? Could you let that go and reach, touch what you are as God created you? Your guaranteed strength, your guaranteed sinlessness. You are glorious, powerful, free. You are as God created you. Love, strength, You are as God created you. You are his son, eternally. Hmm. And just accepting this, all the thoughts that the world held wiped away forever, all images made to replace reality evaporate. Never sinned. So could you accept, allow, become, be what you are as God created you, his son, eternally? Could you allow that? There may still be some resistance. That's okay. Could you allow that up to your light? Could you feel what it feels like to have the strength, the total certainty, the total security, the total love of God as God's son, just as you were created? Could you allow that? Be that? Or if there's any resistance, any denial or objection, that's okay. Just let that run. Let that run out. You sit in the glory of God as you were created, right here where you are, his son eternally. Could you simply sit with that? Notice it, allow it, running out any resistance as it arises, any denial, objection of that glory and light that you are. And could you release any resistance to what you are? Light, strength, powerful, loving, exactly as God created you. Would you release the resistance to that? When could you release and be his son eternally? Tell yourself frequently today that you are as God created you. You are as God created you. You are his son eternally. And if anybody seems to irritate you, could you tell them in your head, you are as God created you. You are his son eternally. Or out loud. Anyone who irritates you is God's son? What? Eternally? You are God's son? You? Eternally? Yes, yes. Remind yourself frequently today. You are as God created you. You are his son eternally. And if there's any resistance to this concept, let it up, let it go. Or come join us at Release to Results and bring up any topics, any resistance, any feelings you're feeling that would seem like you're separate from God and the glory that is you. Links in the description for that. And have the best day you can. Keep on releasing. You are as God created you. You are his Son eternally.